Hey guys, here with Max, and this is the Gen Con winning list by Daniel Genio. The list might actually be Simon Moons, who I think came in second with the same list. It's pretty good, and I think it's been good for a while, but people were not really too aware of it. I mean, we've seen like Minh MaxX be played at Worlds. Stuff like that has been good. It felt like all seeing out was really bad for it, but maybe it's not the case. Maybe it's fine. Maybe you have enough Fall Guys to just rebuild your board after it happens. So what is this guy doing? He's maybe a bit new to the game, having not covered his HQ, so I guess we'll take his money. Or he's running a very clever siphon spam thing, or sorry, scorch thing to kill us after we play this. Do we get anything exciting here? We could clear tags. I think I let him trash this actually. Or we let him trash the casts. The thing with this deck is you don't really care about your own money. You just might want the court to be poor. If they were poor, you're pretty happy. So I'm pretty okay with him trashing this. Icing HQ, sure. Oh, he gets an upgrade. So we could fend this and go in there. That's probably good for repeated runs. Let's see if we can clean out a Caprice here. Just gonna play size. So I'm gonna bid 0. We can drain his bank a little bit. If we just go turn against turn, then I'm gonna get my max draw. I'll be happy with that. He's gonna get his mandatory draw, which is not gonna help him as much as our draw helps us. Yeah, he's gonna give up. He realizes he can't pay, so I don't think he should have res in the first place at that stage. Cyberdex, yeah, we'll trash. Caprice, yeah, we'll trash that too. 2 left. In the top 8 cards, leave an agenda. Our click isn't that good otherwise, so I think I will take a peek and see if we can trash another Caprice or a baddie. I don't need points necessarily, I just want to get rid of defensive upgrades. Yeah, get rid of the baddie. That's what you don't want to get hit by. Installing DLR there is okay, but without any Fall Guys or wireless pavilions, he just trashes over 2 and it doesn't really do a ton. Ooh. We just jam Siphon against him and hope it goes. We could DDoS Siphon. I think it's gonna go. 2 credits. Should be enough. I think this is gonna go. He didn't res before when the fem was on it, so I don't think he's gonna res it now. Oh, he's gonna res Lancelot. Look at that. He's on Grails. So he's gonna dump his money. So he's now on $1. We want to access. His cards are not Grails, but I think we actually want his money. We can start now. I don't think he's on Scorch. So we need to keep him from getting a Sundew, because that's how he can do well this game. Is by just setting a Sundew in the remote, running it every turn, we can't get at it, and then eventually he can trash all our stuff. Other than Sunday, there's not a lot we fear from RP. We've got same old thing. Doesn't do terribly much right now. Guessing that's a Jackson. Pretty much has to be Jackson. And it could be mental health clinic, I guess. Yeah, we want the fetal for sure. Cyberdex is, yeah, not really relevant to our deck. So that's not a Jackson, that's a mental health clinic. He would have rezzed the previous turn. Okay, I don't know what that is, but now I need to know what it is. It's a Sundew just hanging out. Yeah, get rid of that. Cool. So things are looking grim for him. Oh, I see. Well, if he didn't have a dollar, he couldn't have rezzed it anyway. I mean, the ice in front, I mean. Maybe this is pop, and this should have been better for him. I would probably still run it, because he had 1 credit. So he needs to run a Sundew, and quick. This game would have gone a lot different had he just covered HQ first click with a good ice. I'm curious what this ice is in the end, if it would have saved him. So that's probably a Jackson now. Yeah, perfect. What does our Deja get us? I guess nothing we really care about. So this being our 3rd DLR, gonna be forced to levy if we let him trash this one. I want like a fall guy. I could Deja for Pavilion. That's not bad. It's expensive, but we got the money for that reason. All the fall guys are in the bin, so we're not going to draw a fall guy. So we could do something like run R&D here, but I think we just dump enough face downs in here to probably win off of archives. Ah, there's the hedge fund. I should be checking these every turn, but it's so hard with the interface here that it's difficult to bother. It's way easier on Octagon back in those days. Yeah, there he goes. Trash everything. I like it. Did you lose on archives though? Could be a field here. Maybe I should click for credits first. No, in fact, there's nothing here. Snares, Sundews, Grails, all that good stuff. Okay. So right now we are in play Pavilion land. Click up for daily cast land maybe. I don't know, we need to actually levy this game in the next sort of 3 turns. Yeah, we got him trashing stuff. I like it. Crowder's in the bin, not really relevant. We could get Eater out if we need to retrieval run it. Yeah. Probably just levy and go for the second pass. He is still on 0 points, hasn't done much. Same old thing, does anything for us? Could do Hacktivist. pretty good. Don't know if he can afford to randomly discard. His hand is probably all agendas at this point. So we could pop our last same old thing for... Oh, Josh is good. We could pop same old thing for the sure gamble again. If we think we need to have more money. Maybe we do. Gonna miss our max trigger, but I think I want a little bit more money before the levy. So once his bank gets high enough, we can start siphoning him again. It's kind of in the middle spot where it's not that good. Do you want the DDoS just to hit like an R&D after the levy? Oh, this is wrong. I shouldn't have played the DDoS. I think I should have waited for the wireless money. Oh, I've got a click from Joshua B. Right. I had a plan. It's like, how did I have no money left? But it's all good. It's amazing how many resources you can play once you have your pavilion out. All right, let's find out a pavilion this turn. 2 Fall Guys in the bin, kind of unfortunate. Inject finds us a bunch of cards. Not what I want to see. He's got Sandu online. Good for him. And we assume that that's, what, a backup or something? Well, I think we have to go kill it anyway. So we have to run Central for RP ability. Might just win this access. Galahad. DDoS is so unfair. Eater's not that good, I don't think. Do we want to make any other runs? We could run server 1, which is almost certainly Jackson or Caprice. He's on 2 creds, but if he reses a Galahad, he can probably blow out our Fem. Kind of want that Fem. Let's look for another pavilion or something. No. Okay. That's fine then. The Josh is decent. I kind of like the Josh. Kind of don't care for the paparazzi. How are we in Eaters? Eater in the bin already, so I'll keep this Eater. We might be able to Eater siphon if his money gets in the spot where it's awkward for him. He doesn't want to res into the activist. It's in a tough spot because if you waited for that Sundew, it might have been too late. But if he jams it right away, we can just DDoS him and get it and kill it, even though we don't have any breakers. I don't want to see these cards. Okay. This wasn't a very exciting turn for us. We're just trying to find some DLRs. They're all in there. But we do our bank where we can do like Eater Siphon if we think he's going to have enough money. So I don't think he's out of the woods. He's down to 10 cards in R&D. He might just mill naturally if we don't do anything. spend a lot of time playing Ice on like different remotes. I think, I don't know, every click is critical in the DLR matchup. Was gonna trash. Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. So is he just in the Nisei hanging out in that server? I guess it could be a Nisei in that server. So what did he end up doing here? He was on 5. Okay, he did advance. Credit. Got it. So Deja's hanging out here. We could get our pavilion back. Still no DLRs in the bin. I think we just do Eater Siphon and then we go check this card out. I just want him to spend here. I don't even care if we get the Siphon money. Maybe this is an elaborate ruse to get us to not just dig through our deck and deck him that way. But I really kind of think this is a Nisei. And he's got some vague ideas of keeping us out and then getting rid of the hacktivist that way. So let's see some reveals here. Sure. Zero as always. I think he's gonna bid 1, so we could have got there for 1. Hard to say. See, the thing is, like, after he reses and hits the hacktivist, he's not gonna pay 0, so 1's a pretty safe bid there. He might have bid 2, but he's pretty poor. I just want all his money to go away somewhere. So I think maybe 1 bid's better there. Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. He's down to 1 credit. Now it doesn't really matter what's in that server. Just draw for DLR. Let's... Do we inject this turn or do we Deja for Pavilion? I think I want a Deja for Pavilion. Then we can put Pavilion down in next turn. Probably draw DLR off the inject. And then it's a quick little exit from there. Yeah, I mean, I don't love trashing Josh there. The thing is that he hasn't seen more copies. Oh, we happen to get Pavilion anyway. So actually, we could have gotten Fall Guy and had a lower chance of drawing the duplicate. All right. So we'll take a turn off. We can't install our DLR this turn. We shouldn't need these iPad Worses for anything. So next turn I can run RND, for example, put DLR down and start going. He's got Jackson somewhere. So he's not totally out yet, but I think his money just doesn't support him doing what he needs to do. Oh, let me get a food. That works too. Yeah, so if you don't know that you're playing against Siphon Max and you don't ice your HQ, it's almost an automatic loss from click 1. I think you just, even if you don't think they're on Siphon, you probably should guard your HQ first click just in case. Just a nice threat to have if you want to play a different kind of Max. So I think this is a pretty good meta call right now. Most Tag Me decks have kind of gone away because you can't float tags and still steal agendas due to the threat of exchange of information. And also psychographics to some extent. But if you can just not steal any agendas, then you don't need to worry about exchange of information. They can't do anything with that card at all. And then you also get to a point where you don't need to run, so you don't need to worry about hard-hitting news. Or maybe you already have so many tags you don't care about that either. So it makes a lot of sense. I like the deck. Thanks for watching.